Thanks for listening to the AZ12 podcast, proudly presented by Little Caesars. 15% off any online order. Code to save at 15. Code LCFREECC. Free crazy combo with a pizza purchase. All right, now joined with Jason Shear, joined by future U of A beat writer Michelle Gardner for the Arizona Republic. Hello, Michelle.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Not too bad. So. All right, so let's talk about it first. So, yeah, obviously you work for the Republic, but if Arizona advances in the tournament, you will be following the U of A. This is true.
Yes, that's why I've done a couple of U of A games here in the last few weeks. If they get, I'm going to say when they get to, not if they get to the Sweet 16, they're going to send me for those games. So it's kind of good to make a couple trips down now and get to see them up close and personal as opposed to just on TV.
Right. Sure.
So what are your general thoughts that you've seen them up close? Just, how good you think they are and then all that.
You know what? I watched them on TV for, several games before I made the trip, before they played ASU. And when I saw them in person, I was more impressed than just watching them on TV. Just their sheer size and physicality. There aren't very many teams in the country that can match up to their front court and go toe-to-toe with them in the paint. So I was very, very impressed. And I think the guys, the secret weapons here are Del Orso and Karchenkov. And when those guys are hitting,
right,
pick your poison, because if those guys are hitting, I don't know how you beat them.
Right. Now, Michelle, you have a little known story about Braden Burries you were teasing me with. Tell me about this.
Okay. I don't know if anybody knows about this. So before I was here in Arizona, I worked in California, right? So I worked in San Bernardino. So Hannah Lowe and Bobby Burries played for Cal State San Bernardino, right? Mm-hmm. Bobby was great. He was an outstanding player. He led them to the Elite Eight, the Division II Elite Eight and whatnot. So very, very great player. His college coach is one of my best friends to these days. He's this day. He's great. So anyway, Hannah played women's basketball there, and she was a very good player too. But here was the interesting thing, and I've never heard this before. So Hannah, her beliefs were that, she didn't wear traditional basketball shorts. She wore a skirt.
Okay.
Kind of like a skirt. It was her belief. And I didn't actually do this. You know what I mean? A combination.
Like skirt. I like it, Michelle. I'm going to steal that term.
You haven't heard that? That's what it's called. It's like a skirt, but it's got like shorts underneath type of thing. So her beliefs were that and I don't know if it was a religious belief or cultural upbringing thing, but she actually did not wear traditional basketball shorts. She wore a skirt, that's what they call it. Right. But yeah, so they were both great players there. And I covered Cal State San Bernardino when I was in California. They have really good basketball and volleyball programs. So I covered them before I moved here. So, when I got there, I actually started covering high schools and somebody else was covering them. And then right after they graduated, I got moved onto the Cal State San Bernardino beat. But yeah, they were both great players there. And, it's not surprising to me that Braden is a great player, because when you've got that DNA, your parents are great athletes.
Right. Now, for sure. I never got those DNA tests back, Michelle. So I will not. Sheer?
I'm gonna ask an ASU question because we talk about it all the time, Mike. Is this the last 3 games for Hurley? What's the vibe?
What's the scoop?
Yeah, what's the scoop?
Yeah. I think it is. Now I'm going to call my shot right now. It's more than a little bit ironic. I don't, if you've looked that far ahead, who is ASU's last home game?
Who is it?
Kansas.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Bobby Hurley's history against Kansas.
Oh, I like it. Michelle, you're calling your shot. You're saying ASU's going to win and they're going to have to extend Hurley. I like it.
Well, I'm not saying they're going to have to extend him, but how Bobby Hurley would it be when he's on his way out in his very last home game after he beat Kansas when they were number 2 in 2018 and in 2009 beat them here when they were number 1? How ironic would it be if ASU knocks off Kansas in Bobby Hurley's last game?
Let me ask you this, Michelle. You got boots on the ground at ASU. I mean, you look at what Dilly's doing at ASU, and we'll get to Dilly here in a minute. But you see it, and why can't ASU be decent in basketball? I know the facilities suck. I get all that. But why can't they be good, Michelle? You deserve to cover a good product, Michelle.
Oh, I know. Well, they were good when I first got here. That was like the Remy Martin years. They were pretty decent then. And then the 2023 team with Cambridge, I know you all never forget that team. But the Cambridge, Warren, Washington, that team was pretty good. But yes, the last few years have been lean. I think the biggest part of the problem is resources. When you are putting resources into basketball like ASU is, it's like going to a war with a slingshot. It just doesn't work. Okay.
Right.
So we'll go back to last year, and Adam Miller was one of the highest paid players on ASU's team. Adam Miller was getting roughly $400,000 from what I'm hearing last year.
Right.
Gonzaga sweeps in. Gonzaga's paying him $1.2 million. And he's like the fifth best player on their team.
Wow, must be nice.
Yeah, no kidding. So, that's what we're seeing is they're just not putting the resource. I don't care who the coach is. You've got to put some resources into basketball. I see teams come in, and Arizona's one of them, and they've got 15 coaches on the bench, whether they're stats people or notepad people, or they've got 15 people on the bench.
Right.
Bobby's got his 3 guys. So I just think a lot of it is resources. And like I
what
said,
about the Netflix money, though? I thought they were supposed to get rich off the Netflix.
I don't even know
what happened.
We don't want to go about that. Now, so I think that's a big part of it. The arena issue is a significant part of it too. You're bringing recruits in, and you're showing them that when they're going to other places and seeing what other places have. The renovations are supposed to start the day after graduation this year, the first phase of the renovations. But basically they're gutting the whole interior of DFA. And that's a good start, obviously. But I just think it's a combination of everything that they're just not putting in. When you're dealing with the Big 12, it's a different animal than if you're in some other conference. This is the big boy college basketball conference. So I genuinely think that is a very big part of the issue. I think Bobby's actually a pretty good recruiter when you look at the players he's brought in. He's brought 5-star athletes in. Now, have they all come to fruition and done what they were supposed to do, like Marcus Bagley and Josh Christopher? No, they haven't.
I met you through Marcus Bagley, Michelle.
But I think that he's done a good job recruiting with what he has been given to go to war with, if you want to. Right. I guess I shouldn't use that.
No, it's a good term. I like it. To go to war with, to launch the battlefield, to strike with the irons hot.
But yeah, and I understand everybody there doesn't like Bobby. I get it. If I'm on that side, I do get it. But I honestly think that Bobby's not the bigger part of the problem. I think that, we saw what ASU could do when you're given football resources, and they upped the ante when it came to football. So it can work. Well, women's basketball is a different animal than men's basketball, yes. So, and they're probably not making the tournament now either, but I think resources is a very big part of the problem.
All right, Michelle, and then I got a question, then Sheer, you're up. I got a question here, Michelle. Are you going to be rooting for Arizona? You are. I think you're going to be rooting for Arizona, Michelle. This is true. Come on. You can be the de facto queen of Tucson if you root for Arizona. Honestly,
I root for good stories. Okay, that's what you do. And honestly, I like traveling. I think it would be awesome to cover a Final Four. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I hope they win, and I think it's good for the conference. And I said this back in football when ASU was making their run at the Big 12, and when they did that, I think it's good for the conference. The more teams that advance and do well.
Can we get a back the A out of you? Will you be back in the A, Michelle? Come on, you can do it. Come on.
I don't back anybody. I do my job.
Can you just say back the A real quick?
I back my alma mater, which is Florida.
So you back the A, back the alma mater. Okay. Sheer, you're up. What do you got?
When you look at I guess the question becomes, and I always think it's interesting because Arizona spends a certain amount of money and all that. And you just talked about ASU needing resources and things like that. Are they going to put in the money, or is that something you don't know until you see it?
That's the question. I think that's the question. And I think, assuming Bobby's gone, that's the first question that any coach that's coming in is going to ask. What are you giving me to go to war with? Right. I don't know that this is an attractive job right now, given the history, given the arena. And yes, okay, we're doing improvements, whatever. But if I'm a coaching candidate and I'm coming in, that's the first question I want to know is, okay, if I take this job, what are you giving me to work with? Wouldn't that be your first question?
I ask that every day, Michelle, and I'm doing a job out of my guest room. So, yeah, I need some of that Graham Rossini money.
Well, and I can say this. I like what Graham has done, and I know that there was a lot of skepticism around his hiring, and there was skepticism here too. But I think the proof is in the pudding in what he's done in a short time. I think he'll get it right.
What do you think about coming to McHale? Because you complained about having to come to McHale, Michelle, but you enjoyed your time.
Okay. The only reason I was complaining about McHale, I don't have anything against Tucson or McHale. My best friend lives in Oro Valley. My problem was a 9:00 game. When I'm driving back, the route that I have to come home is through Coolidge and Florence, where there's like no lights and it's dark and it's desolate. And I'm driving that at 2:00 in the morning. So I don't have a,
Why don't you go with Tamaro and Kyle Dodd? I'd just go with them.
Well, they left earlier. I had to get my work done. But yeah, that my only problem is, like I said, coming the way I have to come home. It is a very difficult drive if you get my drift.
All right, sure. Question. Then we're going to move to football.
Football? We are a football school.
We are a football school, Michelle, as you know.
Have you heard any ASU coaching names or anything? People keep asking in the comments too. Any hot names
for basketball?
Yeah.
The name that has been coming up for 5 years is Randy Bennett.
Right.
And I think that their best bet. I mean, and again, what are you going to draw? Okay, if you're ASU, you're looking either a coach that was an assistant coach, maybe on a power conference team, an assistant coach that wants to make the move to a head coach, or you're looking at a coach that's at maybe at a mid-major for to whom it might be a step up. But if you're looking for a coach at another major college, that's a parallel move or a step down, isn't it? So I think you've got to kind of, tap that market, and maybe you get lucky and you get a Molly Miller or Kenny Dillingham. But I don't know what kind of talent pool that's going to draw from, and that's the one thing I tell ASU people here all the time when they want Hurley gone. I'm like, okay, if you want Hurley gone, you give me a name. Who do you think would take this job?
Tommy Lloyd?
How many people would have taken the ASU football job 3 years ago?
That's
probably only Kenny Dillingham, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's a little more attractive job than ASU basketball. I mean, I will say that. Come on, Michelle. Come on.
You know what I mean.
Yeah. All right. Now, let me ask you this. Arizona's a football school. This has been well established. The facilities, the fan support, everything is there, as you know. Michelle, what surprised you most about Arizona football this year and the historic season that they had?
I just think how drastically they improved, especially defensively. Mm-hmm. And, okay, I love Danny Gonzalez. That was a home run hire. That was a home run hire from day one, and I could have told you that. I'm surprised he wasn't the DC when they first hired him. But when they hired Danny Gonzalez, everybody up here said, okay, that's
right. That's a good, for sure.
Yeah, and nobody, Danny, I loved it here, and I don't know how much you guys have kind of talked to him about that. It was unfortunate, the situation that led him to leave here and go to New Mexico, because everybody thought that he was going to be the coach in waiting here. Like he was, that ingrained. And the film sessions he's had with you guys where he just breaks down everything, like he did that with us too. He's got, I don't know how the man remembers. He's got just a mind that remembers everything. So, when they hired Danny, I said, it's on. They're going to be a significantly improved team.
Yeah. All right. Well, she got one more question. Sure. What do you got? Talk to her.
What was your reaction when Dillingham got the raise and the coaching staff cut money and all that, and then he gets in the microphone and says, we need X amount of money, and he got kind of criticized nationally, but he said he would do it again. What was your reaction when he did that?
It worked. Plain and simple, it worked.
Who do you get the money from? Michelle, come on. Nobody's watching the show.
We're supposed to find that out shortly. But here's the thing. Kenny Dillingham wears his heart on his sleeve. Okay.
He does.
That's one of the things that's the most endearing things about him. He's very transparent. Okay. He's not going to hide behind anything. He's going to tell you how he feels. And when you've got schools like a Texas Tech that have their big name donors.
Right.
I don't blame them, and anybody that, and you guys have watched him from afar, and I'm kind of curious of you guys' take from your angle as to what
Dilly? Oh, he's awesome. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Like Arizona fans always get mad at me because I think Kelly Dillingham. I think Kenny's awesome. I think he's everything that's right with college football, to be honest with you. I think Matthew Tice put it well. I got no qualms. And the thing I like about Dilly as well, and besides, I'm going to start getting beat up by people in the comments, but I do not care. The thing that I like about Dilly is that he's a good dude away from the camera. He does a lot of good stuff when nobody's watching. Dilly's just a good dude. I don't, and you got a good one there. I was really hoping he went to Michigan so I could root for Michigan. But looks like he's there.
No, like I said, I don't know what you guys thought. Like, I think people, it's in this age of social media, everything gets blown up. There are going to be people that say, oh, like he's not wrong. And there's going to be people that look at him as a whiner. Well, you know what? It worked and he got a donation. So he's been asked all along, and he said, we're not where I want to be yet. We're getting there. Well, he's said all along, that is the last big piece of taking the next step, is getting that big donor, because, your smaller donations from however many collective people, that's fine. Right. And, he's selling out they're selling out games now. So they've got the buy-in from the community, but that is the last piece of the puzzle. And I didn't have a problem with it. And I think that anybody that had a problem with it, they probably have a problem with everything.
I agree with that. Michelle, I have an invitation for you.
Okay.
All right, Cody, pull it up on the screen. Come on. Here we go. Michelle, you are being invited to the Casino del Sol Big 12 Arizona watch parties. As the Big 12 representative, the Arizona representative from the Arizona Republic, we are going to be there for every U of A game from March 12th to the 14th. Michelle, if you come to this, you can sit directly next to me, and all of your food and drink will be covered. The great Michelle Gardner can come down here. Plus, you'll get good stories. I guarantee you'll get good stories. You should come.
So you're talking the conference tournament?
Yep. March 12th through the 14th.
I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there.
Oh, you had me excited for a second.
No, I'm actually going to go and cover ASU and U of A at the conference tournament.
No, so. Hey, no, don't do any of that. Go back to your editor and say, listen, I got a much better idea. I'm going to go hang out with Mike Luke and Jason Shearer at Casino del Sol that time. It is good. I'll drive you home, all of that stuff. You'll be good.
Well, how about this? If there's a watch party where I don't have anything else going on, I will come. I will give you
this
that.
Is true.
I don't know when it will be,
right,
but I'll make a trip down there and I'll do it if it's a game that doesn't, conflict with what I'm doing up here.
All right. All right, Michelle. So we're putting it down that when your schedule becomes open enough, Michelle will come hang out with us.
I will do that.
Yes. Yes.
As long as I don't get beat up by the fans down there.
Nobody will beat you up, Michelle. You will be sitting right next to me. We will have a placard out that says, yes, for the great Michelle Gardner. Nobody will mess with Michelle. They will only have nice things to say to Michelle. I guarantee you this. All right. Now, I got one other thing for you, though, Michelle. Another offer for you. That's good. Have you ever been to Baggins?
I was going to go there. One of the last trips I came down there for basketball, I drove by there and I couldn't find a place to park. I was going to go there. I drove around and around and around in their little downtown look, and I couldn't find a place to park. That's the only reason I didn't go there.
All right. Well, Michelle, you need to go there, though, and you can use code AZ12. There's actually two in Phoenix, though. There's two in Phoenix. There's one in Scottsdale, and there's one in Tempe.
Okay.
All right. So use code AZ12, and you can get 15% off. And they do a free delivery with code FREERIDE as well. It is very, very good. Very, very good. Michelle, you've been very good. This has been a lot of fun. We very much appreciate you.
Anytime.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. We're going to get – hey, can you be our boots on the ground Big 12 correspondent since we're going to be slumming it at the casino while you're off in Kansas City?
Sure. Why? Absolutely. Yeah. What do you want? Just let me know what you need.
We need to get you and Bruce on the show at the same time.
We could do that. We could work.
Yeah, that'd be great. We're going to do that. We're going to make that happen. We are going to make that happen. Michelle, like I said, this was awesome. You did a very, very good job, and we will have you on again soon. To quote Matthew Tice in the comments, Michelle is awesome. Our Michelle. Everybody can be nice to Michelle.
All right. Talk to you guys later.
All right. Thanks again. Appreciate you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. See ya. All right. Hey, hey, I gotta say this. She was good.
Yeah, she was good. That went well.
She's better than some commentators that I've seen. That's for sure. Especially one of your DMs right there. Yes, thanks, Michelle. My Michelle. Hashtag my Michelle. Okay, now let's get into it. Dude, she wouldn't come hang out with me though at the watch party. I was excited.
I can't believe it. Props to them for sending her to Kansas City though.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's you talk about like going through a landmine just or a landmine. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that was tough. Yes, I was on very, very good behavior as well. Everybody, I got a bunch of people that said Mike isn't acting like a total idiot right now, so I like it. Yeah,
a little disappointed. Usually,
yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I wanted to.
Default.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyways, all right, now, all right. So let's get to this then. Arizona. The keys to let's talk Kansas first. Then we're going to go around. Arizona, in my opinion, is better than Kansas. Now, you could say this, that, well, with Kansas, you got Kansas, with Kansas, they beat you without Peterson. I am of the opinion that you could make the case that Kansas is better without Darren Peterson. Now, I'm not saying that they are, but I think that you could make that case. Yes. Sheer, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they're better. I think their ceiling is higher with him. But at the same time, the ball absolutely moves better when he's not in the game. He is absolutely a ball stopper. Now, he's good, but he's absolutely a ball stopper. Arizona's better than Kansas, but there are few teams in the country that match up better with Arizona than Kansas. Because of the guys up front and all that. Kansas, when they're fully healthy, can be really good.
Yeah, and that's pretty much the way that I look at it. So let's talk about it. The first one I want to talk about, though, is Bedunga. He's awesome. There's really no way around it. He's also the case of why sometimes you should just stick where you are. He's become one of the best centers in the country. That's an interesting matchup for him and Krivas because he provides a lot of length. In the second half, he gave Krivas some issues. What do you think about that matchup there, Skier?
Honestly, going back to that matchup, it actually surprised me. If you remember, Krivas took it right to him.
Right.
I mean, like right to him. Like that was the most aggressive. He finished with 12 shots. He was scoring over the top of him. He had 4 assists, 6 blocks. Like that. I mean, the tournament that might have been the best game that Krivas has played. And then meanwhile, Bedunga killed him. Right, like 23 points. And the thing with Bedunga is like he doesn't shoot. Like he's not going to hit a jumper. He doesn't stretch the floor. He's just so athletic and such a good rebounder. He's a problem. He's really good. He's probably, in my opinion, the conference defensive player of the year.
Yeah, I was coming around to that. I'm kind of at the point too. I think that that's who I would vote for the conference defensive player of the year. I'm not voting for Tugler. I'm sorry. I'm not.
I think it's him and Krivas. I don't even think Tugler's top 2.
I think it's him. I think it's him and Krivas. I'll just say this: the reason I'd probably give it to him over Krivas is because I'm gonna put this because I'm gonna sound like I'm dissing Krivas. He's just a little more active than Krivas, I guess. It's
real. I got you, Mike. Bedunga has the 23rd highest block rate in the country. Right, he's a good offensive and defensive rebounder. For as much as we love Krivas, it's close. I mean, it really is because like Krivas is like 60th in block. I'm cool with giving it to either. I think it's them and everyone else.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Now, I'm going to I will say that Bedunga, the thing I like about Bedunga too is that he gets the ball and he just tries to finish it. There's no other quadruple pump fakes or anything like that. They're both, but I believe they're the 2 best defensive players in the conference, and I would have no problem. I bet Bedunga. You think Bedunga gets it or Bedunga or whatever it is?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I would assume he.
And honestly, I'm fine with it. I would be pissed if it doesn't go to Bedunga or Krivas. I don't know who else you're giving it to.
All right, now at the power forward spot, Shear, you took a big L against Kansas. A big L.
I'm really fine with it. I didn't take a big L. I'm sticking to it.
What did Tiller finish with?
I don't care.
Doesn't matter?
No. Look,
he finished with like 20 points, didn't
he? He finished with 18 points and 14 of them were in the first half.
Okay. All right. So 18.
He will not get 18 and 8 this game. Will not happen.
So
Won't get anywhere close to it.
So we could get 19-7 and you win.
No.
And how many
He's
times?
not nearly as good as he looked that day.
How many blocks? How many block shots did he have in that game? I think like 7.
I don't think 7 block shots.
I think it was maybe 6. I don't know.
I think he had I don't even think he had any.
Oh, I'm sure he had many.
Let me look it up.
Many black
2
shots.
blocks.
Yeah. Oh, but with like 9 alters though. Okay.
Listen,
so
all I'm saying is he will not. I'm going to go one step further.
Oh, you're going to say he's not going to score.
Over under 11.5 points. Give me the under.
Over under 11.5 points. Give you the under.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Do it now.
Yeah. I'm going to get mine.
I'm going to get mine.
I'm going to get mine. He going to get his. She.
All
All right.
You ain't going to get his.
Yeah. Come right now, babe. All right. Yeah. Fair enough. I'll go. All right. I'm gonna go 10. All right. I'll go. Well, I hope I'm wrong on this. We're not betting anything. I'll bet you a mocktail. I saw a kid the other day go into the store and get a mocktail, and it was
Aurora
like,
drinks that crap.
oh gosh.
Aurora, all this is a smoothie.
Just give me a soda instead, and we'll call it a day. If there's no alcohol in it, I'm not playing with it. Okay. Now, all right. Yeah, piece of
Idiot.
crap. Yeah. All right. Now, small forward, Ivan Karchenkov and Trey White. This is a good one. When Trey White is really, really good, they are really, really good. This is it's going to be an interesting matchup for Mo.
I'm probably going to make that even. And the reason
I think that's fair.
And the reason I say that is pretty simple. I don't know what Trey White is showing up. I always know what Ivan is showing up.
That's fair.
Like Trey White tomorrow. I mean, look, like the other day against Houston, he looked like the best player in the country, right? The game before that against Cincinnati, he looked like crap. The game against Oklahoma State, he was amazing. The game against Iowa State, he looked like crap. Arizona, he did nothing whatsoever. It was complete non-factor. So I just don't know what Trey White is showing up. And Trey White on the road, my guess is that he sucks.
All right. I mean, the thing about Trey White too, he hasn't been in college very long. So, like when you get guys like that just haven't been around, you never know.
Yeah, I think when you have a 6th year, you got to wonder what would a 7th year bring.
You know what's crazy? When you got a guy like this that's been on like 4, what has he been on? 4 different teams?
Louisville, USC, Kansas, and there's one more.
Illinois.
Yeah.
He's played Arizona. He's played Arizona like twice when they were in the same conference.
Yeah.
All right. So go away. That's my motto. You shouldn't be in college for 7 years. I don't know what else to say about that. Okay. What is a near beer, by the way? Sounds terrible.
Okay. I saw something really weird at Target the other day, and I Googled it, and it's real, and I don't understand it whatsoever.
Yeah.
It is a non-alcoholic tequila. I didn't get it. I had to look it up, and then I still didn't get it after. It was called Almave. It's a Blanco agave tequila with no alcohol.
Sounds terrible.
I don't understand what it is.
I don't know, man. I would just throw that stuff in the toilet. No thanks.
By the way, Kobe, that spread's going to be much bigger than you think it is. I think Arizona's going to be
7.5.
Like 8 or 9 points.
Yeah, KO does not approve of that non-beer. Yes, it sounds like it sucks. Okay, now let's get to the backcourt because I think the backcourt is very, very fast.
Non-alcoholic tequila.
Yeah. Do kids drink? Oh, hold on. Wait a second. I missed a super snap, I think. Crap. Oh,
Mike.
Back the A, well, it doesn't say it doesn't say what it was. It says back the A, back the Mike, back the Michelle, back the Sheer, back the orchestrator of the Madness, Cody James Martin. Oh, okay, sorry. I do apologize. Okay, now, all right. No, the Bryce rumors aren't true. People, stop following this stupid Facebook page that just puts out things.
Dude, the rumor was him going to a reality show for Mr. Beast.
Right, and people are buying it. And then you got the one where Koa is supposedly like fighting like in a trans army or something or whatever. I mean, it was something crazy like that. Like, just don't follow this thing. It's crap.
You don't know that trans army is fake, though. That you might want to. Tommy Lloyd has a presser. Should I ask about that?
Yeah, you should say, Tommy. There's been a lot of reports about Koa being on the front line in this. Yes, I don't know. Just don't follow that stuff. They reported that Sean Elliott died.
Tommy, I'm hearing rumors out there. The issue Koa has may have extended to his front pipe. Can you confirm or deny?
Yeah, Foster Plumbing is here. We can help this. Yes.
We have sponsors.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. So, anyways, he didn't enlist.
Maybe he is leaving. I don't know, but no one knows that yet.
Who knows? Maybe we'll. All right, too busy winning. Who picks against Arizona every game? Budinga will destroy Krivas again.
Krivas destroyed Budinga, though.
Krivas had a really good game too, so it is what it is. All right, let's get some reads in here, and then we're going to get to the backcourt because I think the backcourt is. Yeah, you're going to get his sheet. All right, yeah. The backcourt is interesting. Michelle going to get her sheet.
Dude, we were watching a TV show the other night. I think it was like some cop show. And Aurora and Shelby just yelled, he going to get his.
Oh, I like it. Yeah, no, we get it. Everybody say that. Our Ayers Dental, they go get theirs. All right, now. Owned by Arizona local alumni, Land the man with the master plan. As we all know, this game this woman is fake. She is not real. That is garbage. But
disgusting.
Yes, it is disgusting. But the championship package is real. I can confirm it's been inserted. It was a pleasure to have it inserted. Ask about the 1997 all the way. My mouth was open the whole time, and I almost fell asleep. It was so great. Now, ask about the 1997 championship package. Again, dental implant and a crown. You don't have to go to Zimbabwe to try to find a similar deal, or you don't have to go to or Myanmar or something, and then worry that they're putting like a fish tooth in your mouth or something.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Very worried about it.
Yeah, that's not what you want, man. You wake up and you got a fish tooth in your molar. That's
I wake up for like nightmares.
Yes. Daily urgent care Monday through Fridays. Check it out. Back the land, but not Rebecca. Yeah, what else we got? One more. All right. Oh, yeah, 88 crime. All right, now there's a lot of stuff going on. Oh, there's a lot of bad reporters out here in Tucson now that are just making up stuff in the Guthrie thing. I don't know that I would call 88 crime on them, but I would definitely consider it. These guys suck. They come into this town, they literally just make up stuff. They post a bunch of pictures of people in SUVs and pretend they're getting arrested and things, and they don't do anything. And again, 88 crime says if you see people out there doing things they shouldn't do and they're illegal, call us. We'll take care of it. Right, Sheer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, check it out. 88 crime. All right. Now, let's get to the Kansas backcourt then. This is fascinating to me. How many gloves have they found so far? Like 8? Yeah. And I don't even know. I like when they find a glove like 8 miles away and they're like, this could be the break in the case.
I love the guy that was in the wash. It was like, I found a glove in the wash. Yeah, no crap, dude.
Yeah. I went to a place where there's a lot of homeless folks, and I found clothes. Hard to believe. Yes, exactly. Is that JLR guy? That Putz?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that guy. Okay, sucks. Okay, all right, somebody should throw the glove at him. Okay, now, imagine if somebody went there and, like, literally just threw, like, a baseball glove at him. It'd be awesome. Yeah. You get a free AC-12
we
shirt.
should drive by and get one of those, like a box of gloves and just throw it in the air.
Yeah. So when are they going to give the glove to the Paul? Hey, I want to go up to him and say, sir, I found these extra gloves. I've had them these whole time. You don't know what that's from, but it's very funny. Okay, now, the backcourt, though. Darren Peterson. I mean, who knows with Peterson now? Too busy winning in his ultimate negativity said.
I assume he plays. I think he's going to play every game the rest of the year.
Yeah,
now that he got ripped nationally, I think he's locked in for the next 6 games.
And I think there's that there's actually starting to become a concern to a certain degree in NBA circles how much he actually likes basketball. So that is, in a weird way, by this load management, he's actually probably given rise to questions about how serious he is about basketball.
Will you load manage before the game on Saturday, or are you gonna
load manage before Saturday? It's early game, right? So maybe some morning unload management.
Yeah, it's like 2 o'clock, I think.
Yeah, early morning load management load management, and then we're in the Rockies, Guillermo, little G checking in. Can we get Buffalo Spot and Foster Plumbing to sponsor some bathroom upgrades to Del Sol? We're going to talk about that, my friend. Very, very much appreciate that. Okay, now. Dennis Walsh, I didn't see your superstar. I didn't have the price on it, so I didn't. Yeah, I apologize. And I don't know who this Michael Vick's cat guy is.
I had him muted before your conversation, so that means that he's more.
Yeah, he's an idiot. Right. Okay, all right, back to it. Yeah. First, yeah. We don't deal with ADHD.
You think Melvin Council's the best point guard in the country?
No, I think he's second best.
Yeah, who's behind Sam Hoiberg?
No.
What?
Evan Nelson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Right.
Dude, Sam Hoiberg would dominate Evan Nelson.
You don't know that.
I do know that.
Get them into the Ivy League, my friend, and then we'll talk.
We'll talk.
You get Evan on Ivy League courts, and he's taking over. But no, I like Melvin Council. I think he's really, really good. He plays really hard. Bill Self. It is very, very funny to me that Bill Self continuously says that he is the heart and soul of the team. And it just goes to show you, too, the guy's been there for like 4 months or something. Meanwhile, you got other guys that have been there, well, and they did not care about them. But either way.
Who guards Peterson?
That's a good question.
Because now if Peterson's playing, you still put Yvonne and Trey White and put Burries on
No. Now that I'm thinking about it. No, I'm going to put Yvonne on Peterson. I'll put Burries on Trey White, and I'll put Bradley on Council. Yeah, because the thing is, Trey White's just going to shoot threes. So I don't really worry about that too much. That's what I would do. I would put Yvonne on I would put Yvonne on Peterson.
You give Peterson the edge over Burries?
Yeah.
Even though Peterson doesn't play?
I mean, that's a tough one, man. Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean,
I know.
You know what? Screw it. I'm going Burries. Period. Point blank. I'm going Burries.
Because here's the deal. I'm probably my gut tells me even, and here's why.
Even or Yvonne?
Even.
Even Karchenkov?
Oh no. Burries.
Yeah,
Burries.
I know. I just want to say that
because I know that every game Burries plays, he's given me 30 minutes and 15 points.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'll probably give it to Peterson, but it's annoying.
I mean, you can make that. You can make the case. Now, Kobe L makes a good point. I think Jaden got gassed on Council last time because he's so quick.
Council also put up 25 shots.
Well,
Council went 6 of 25. He gonna get his.
Yeah. How many assists though that he had? He played winning basketball.
6 of 25, Mike.
How many assists?
Mike, you 6 of 25.
How many assists?
6 assists, 6 rebounds.
Yep.
23 points.
Told you 23, 6, and 6. He's awesome. Take that. Okay. Yeah. Now, with Braden Burries though, I would put him on because the thing with Braden Burries is I need his.
Cody asking hot questions.
All right, Cody L. Martin.
Cody says, has Darren Peterson in games he's played?
Yeah.
Had a bad game
against Houston.
No, he was good. He was all right against Houston. He was 5 of 14 for 14 points. You love that.
That's
the worst game he had. If I remember correctly, and I have photographic. He was really bad. I think you're thinking of Iowa State. When they got killed, he played like 30 minutes and then he pulled himself out because he only had 10 points.
Okay, let me look at this here. I'm going to look this up right now.
He was bad against West Virginia. He was like 6 of 17.
All right, Darren Peterson's stats. I think you could make the. You know what's funny about this? If you're just to look at the stats and you weren't to like know anything about any of the other players, you would think, well, you could make the case on Burries. His stats are better almost. I mean, dude, he was 5 of. All right, he did not play well against Houston. He was 5 of 14.
He had a Melvin Council game, and 2 seconds ago, you're like,
one assist, and it's not like he's playing lockdown defense. Watch your mouth. You lose. Don't even care at all. Thanks.
Oh, what?
Winning. Yeah, I don't know.
What do you care about?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. So, anyways, I think you could make the case. The thing with Burries, though, is I think we also saw this against Baylor. I want to hiding somebody is not exactly the way that I want to describe it. But Burries is so important offensively for what Arizona wants to do. I mean, he's literally a guy that can do almost anything. I always want to put him on somebody where they don't move around a lot on offense, and that's why I would probably give him Trey White.
I agree. I don't want him guarding Peterson.
Right.
I agree.
Okay, there we go. All right, fair enough. Now that's Evan's. When Evan comes in, that's his task, though.
You think Evan plays Saturday? You think that's it? Assuming ADO and Koa are back, do you think Evan plays on Saturday?
I could see him slithering in for a minute.
And let him guard like El Marco Jackson, right?
Yeah, something like that, and just say
match him up with El Marco Jackson.
Yeah, put him in there on somebody like or the Puerto Rican guy.
McDowell's better than him.
No, he's not the Puerto Rican guy. They have a Puerto Rican guy. Yes, they do.
No, Cole Rosario. They don't
Rosario. Yeah,
they don't play him anymore.
What's that?
They don't play him anymore.
He played against Arizona.
Because he had to. Because Peterson didn't play.
Well, he's also played
against Houston. Cole Rosario played 1 minute.
All right.
Well, yeah, I think you can match up Evan on Cole for
Yeah, absolutely. I got no. If Cole Rosario goes out and plays, I have no problem putting Evan. Cole Rosario is terrible.
Yeah, Jamari McDowell. He killed Arizona too. He had 10 points. He hasn't scored 10. Listen to this. McDowell had 10 points and 6 rebounds and 4 steals against Arizona.
10 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 steals. Wow.
In the next 4 games combined, he has 10 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 steal. He had more stats in the game against Arizona than the next 4 games combined.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I know you didn't. You're welcome.
Yeah, now you know. All right. As far as the backcourt, I'm still giving the edge to Arizona. Mainly because, because of I'm going to say this though. I'm going to say this.
Say it.
I'm going to say this. What is
Say
it?
Ignore it. It's from me. Just ignore it. It's for later.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Let me know. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Say it.
I need what Jaden did against who was the last team they played?
Baylor.
I need Jaden to be aggressive. That's where I'm at with this.
Yes.
I mean, I understand the whole philosophy about how, he gonna get his, like he's he's an older guy. He gonna get his. But the problem with Jaden though is that I think a lot of the time, and it's not even really a put down, but a lot of the times Jaden, I think, is so just trying to get other people involved, trying to just be kind of smooth, steady sailor out there. Ben One likes the smooth, steady sailor. But I need him to be more aggressive, though. When he's aggressive, I mean, it was Steph Curry against Baylor, who was 5 of 8. Shoot threes.
He was also awful against Kansas.
That's what I'm saying. I need him to play a lot better. That might have been his worst game in the last 2 years.
He was awful. And Kansas said, you're not going to get that elbow jumper, and we don't think you're going to be aggressive enough. And they were right. He couldn't get the elbow jumper, and they weren't aggressive enough.
Okay, well, there you go. You know what they're probably going to do, and it's up to you to go out there and say, I know what you're going to do here. Watch this. I will do this over here. And that's what you need. So I still give him a lot of credit though. So Arizona, the backcourt, you get an edge, and then on the bench, Arizona's got a way better bench.
Assuming everyone's healthy, yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a good point.
Otherwise their bench is ADO, CD, and Evan, and
then it's
McDowell and Rosario.
Yeah. All right,
both those probably even.
Good point. Now, Koa, do you think? Call your shot. Do you think Koa plays?
Yes.
I agree with you. I think Koa plays.
I think find out.
Sure. I think Koa is going to get about 15 minutes in this game. I think Koa is going to get about 6 minutes or 6 or 7 minutes a half. That's where I'm going to go. I'm going to go with that. And honestly, if he plays well off the bench, I'm almost kind of at the stage now where I'd like to just keep it the way it is. I think that if he plays well off the bench, and then you can also tell Ceedy, hey, Ceedy, stop doing stupid stuff.
You also have to tell Tobe, hey, Tobe, you're playing against an aggressive, large front line. Yeah. Stop fouling.
That's what I mean. And say, listen, Tobe, if the ball is away from you, that's such an odd conversation to have in this.
Well, because it's you need
to be smarter.
Saying, pick your battles.
Right. Yeah.
Tobe's got to pick his battles.
Because he's the thing about it. If he sucked, like nobody would care because it's like, all right, just commit a bunch of fouls and get out of here. Like,
I'm gonna ask Connie about that. How that conversation goes.
What about telling Tobe to be smarter?
To pick his battles and just be smarter with the fouls.
Yeah, you're gonna have to let me know how that.
That's such a good question. Someone's gonna be like, "Hey, what color underwear do you have on today?"
Right. Is the I was gonna say. What do you think? Do you have a? Is there a presser today?
Yeah, 1:00.
Do you think Bruce is gonna ask anything good?
Bruce always asks good stuff.
Yeah, you go get his. All right. So, anyways, yeah. All right, now. I want to talk about, we're going to move around the country here a little bit. We're going to do our power rankings tomorrow and all of this stuff. But I wanted to go around the country. I wanted to go around the country a little bit. Oh, Jervis, nervous. Hello, Jervis. Jervis says, my underwear is a magenta color. I knew you were wanting to know. Well, I appreciate the kind words.
I don't wear underwear. That's a trick question for me. What
about
you?
Gen Zers wear underwear?
I wear the shorts with the underwear underneath. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You wear underwear?
Oh, I definitely wear underwear.
You know what?
Boxers.
There is something weird that I have to ask you about.
Right.
You FaceTimed me to show me Eduardo's girth the other day.
Yeah.
And there is something that caught my attention. And I think we've talked about this before.
What?
Do you walk around your house in socks all the time?
Yeah.
And like lay down in socks?
Yeah.
And you sleep in your socks?
Yeah. I don't see anything wrong with that at all.
That is strange.
No, it's not. I think a lot of
strange.
people in this comment, I bet you 10 people right now sleep with their socks on.
It is strange. It is
It's
strange.
not strange at all. I like my feet to be warm.
It is strange.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, all right. Well, either way,
I was almost distracted because Eduardo looks so good looking.
I make no apologies for this because I am right. Okay. So, all right. Now on this one. Oh, do you sleep with just socks on? No, I don't sleep with just socks on. Yeah. Okay. I ain't taking no socks, no losses. All right. Now. All right, Sheer. Let's get into what. Yeah. See, they all sleep with socks on. Everybody's saying they sleep with socks on. Look at Andre Valenzuela. I sleep with socks. Good job. Okay. Marcus Delgado says I sleep with socks as well. My brother, my sister.
Dude, it's bad.
Marcus says my sister.
It's also like 90 degrees outside, Mike.
Right. Marcus says my sister and I share the same bed. We both wear socks. Wow, that's a little too much to know.
Oh, wow, I didn't.
All right. Here's what we're going to do now. We are going to go around the country, and we are going to talk about teams that not necessarily are the teams that I think. You look at Arizona, and by and large, Arizona checks off most of the boxes. You don't really look at Arizona outside of a couple weirdos. You don't look at Arizona and be like, well, there's not a lot there, or there's they're missing a huge thing here, or this or that. You got ball handling, you got big men, you got wings, you got defense, you got offense. Your shooting is good enough when it needs to be. It is what it is. All right. So let's talk about some of these teams that you look at and you kind of think the same way about them. And Shearer, what is this first team that is on your mind? Because I have many teams. Many teams.
I know they're probably not ceiling talented at certain positions, but I think in terms of pure talent, Duke is up there.
Yeah.
Because you have the best player in the country. Isaiah Evans is really good. Caden Boozer's good.
And Mbongba is good.
Right. Malik Brown does it. And even with Kamania, yeah, I know he's not that great, but he was still a 5-star guy at high school.
And he's playing better now, too.
Right. So Duke is the first one that kind of comes to mind.
Yeah, okay, Duke. All right, now I'm going to go another one here, and they're not on the level of Arizona in my opinion, but they check off a lot of boxes, and they had a very difficult game yesterday against St. John's. So UConn St. John's, if you guys didn't watch that barn burner, well, you missed out on some real good basketball.
Whenever Mike gives you the stamp of approval, your team's done. Season's over, dude.
No, but it's got to be during the game. So you're trying to blame me for something.
You're like St. John's is going to be a 2 seed, and then they lose by 478 points.
Dude, St. John's had one field goal in the second half. How awesome is that? Yes.
Okay. Can you imagine? They shot like 11 of 56. Can you imagine?
What
would happen if Arizona shot 11 of 56 in a game?
Can you imagine? How do you think Fry would take it?
I honestly think that we would have to cancel the post game show.
11 of 56. Yeah, it would just be a lot of people throwing salt at us. Okay. And I will say, but I'm going to say this, though. I'm going to say with UConn, though, they got good guard play. They got good wings. They got good bigs. You've got Danny Hurley, and they've actually got quality depth. They got 2 or 3 guys they can bring in off the bench that actually don't suck, that are contributors as well. And unlike a couple of these other teams, I think their guards are good. I think their guards are more than good enough. What say you, Skier?
Yeah, I agree. I'm cool with them. Another team that you're not considering, but when you put it on paper, is right there.
Who's right there? Oh, right there. I got you. I thought you were going to say like Wright State or something.
It's Houston. And let me make the case.
Okay.
Flemings is one of the top point guards in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Sharp is very good at what he does.
Mm-hmm.
Uzon has been disappointing, so I get that. Cutler's very good defensively, and Cenac was a 5-star center. Right. They still have Isaiah Harwell off the bench, like in terms of pure talent.
Yeah, but they're not good. But they're not good right now. Just because they're 5 stars doesn't mean that they're.
Well, I mean,
good right
I know. Illinois,
I don't go there,
but they're too white for you. I know.
Who?
Illinois.
Oh, we'll talk Illinois in a second. They are too white. By the way, did you see a guy get really upset about that?
Well, you're very.
That's a very offensive thing. Yes.
Kansas.
All right. The problem, though, I'm going to go back to it, though. The thing that I still think that these teams have that these other teams don't is that Arizona's got depth. UConn's got depth. Duke, to a certain degree, has a team like Kansas just doesn't have any depth. Houston doesn't have any depth. That to me is a little bit of a concern when you're just going 5 guys.
If you want to go pure talent, Mike, I got a sleeper for you. Not very deep, but pure talent starting 5.
Mm-hmm.
Arkansas.
All right, let's talk Arkansas. First of all, I can't believe that you've got.
I'm backing off that. I watched Acuff. I'm backing off that a little bit.
He's really good.
Yeah. No, I didn't. I never said he wasn't good. I just said
he's
Mikel Brown, but I've watched Mikel Brown the last few times, and he hasn't done anything for me.
Acuff's better than Mikel Brown. I don't care what anybody says. Acuff's better than Mikel Brown. Okay, so I'm going to say this, though. Calipari, to me, I don't care what kind of talent he has at this stage in the game. This thing, to me, as the kids would say, this guy's washed. He is not going anywhere. They are not doing anything. That style doesn't work anymore. Just bringing in 5-star freshmen, it's awesome. You put them all off into the MNBA, but at the end of the day, I just don't have any faith in John Calipari in the postseason.
That's fair.
Yeah, okay, I said it. Yeah, sorry, Dark Yellow. The thing that's still stunning to me about Calipari, you're literally the best recruiter of all time. The league is loaded with Hall of Famers that you coached for a year. How do you have one title in 40-something years of coaching?
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Harry Lex, who lives in Arkansas, went to the Arkansas game last night. Crazy athletic. There was also plenty of old people in the stands, and it was still loud and rowdy. Love it.
Arkansas would. I know you don't like Cal, but Arkansas is the type of matchup that would scare me with Arizona.
Oh, for sure, because they're talented.
Super athletic. Acuff is a beast. Malik Thomas is good.
Right.
Billy Richmond, Brazil. Their center's not great with Ewan, and they don't have depth. I mean, I think the only bench guy.
But they're dangerous, though, for sure. Oh, I don't dispute that at all. Okay. All right, you know another one that I'm going to put in there, though? Florida. Their guards are coming around a little bit. The guards are coming around a little bit. Coming around the mountain when we come. All right, so Florida, though, I just think Florida's really good. I think Florida I might pick, depending on what bracket they're in, I might pick Florida to make the Final Four. Yeah, I mean, because Howe is awesome. Condom was overrated, but he's still solid. Agunlier or whatever his name is, or that guy, he's good for what they do as far as like the rim running and stuff. And then their guards have been better. Now, I still don't think that they're that good, but I'm going to ask you this now, Skier. All right, yeah, I'm asking away, baby. All right, would you rather have Elliot Cadeau and Namari Burnett, or would you rather have Xavion Lee and Boogie Fland?
I think it depends on the guys around. Like, are you asking me if they switch backcourts? You know what I mean?
I'm just asking in a vacuum. Who do you think's better?
Probably Florida, because I think what's his name is better than Burnett. I'm not a Burnett guy.
Yeah, I'm not a Burnett guy at all. I'll go Fland. I think Fland is the best out of all 4 of those guys. And the Xavier.
Xavier Lee has been actually really good lately.
Yeah, he has. I'll go with the Florida guards. I think Florida could beat Michigan, absolutely. I'm just going to keep coming back to it with Michigan. I just don't like their perimeter.
So now that Mike has endorsed Florida, I know what you guys are.
No, I've been endorsing Florida. I've been done.
You guys are wondering. Florida plays Arkansas on Saturday. Wow, that heavy on Arkansas. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I've been big on Florida though, so they've fought the curse.
I'm just saying.
All right, now, are there any other teams though that really kind of catch your attention this year?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No Big Ten teams. That was on purpose. All
Iowa
right,
State is talented.
We'll talk Illinois for a second here. I like Illinois. I think Illinois is good. At the same time, though, they're too white. I don't care what anybody says. They're too white.
The only thing that bothers me about Illinois, and the reason why I think they're an early upset possibility, is because to me they're very offense. Their defense is not very good.
No, it's not good at all.
30th on Ken Palm on defense. They just allowed 95 points to freaking UCLA. Wisconsin scored 92 on them. Michigan State scored 85 on them. Like, Purdue scored 82 on them. And these are teams that aren't that good offensively.
Yeah, I think they're too, like, offensively I like it. But when you've got 8 Vitches out there, that's going to be, it's just going to be a problem. And, you know, like when you got Stojakovic and Mirakovic and Ivanovic and then his brother as well. Like, it's just, there's too many of them.
What about Nebraska?
They fit into the same category, unfortunately.
When you take a look at Nebraska.
And they're domestic whites, too.
Hoiberg or Bradley, who you taking?
Bradley, but it's very close.
Very close. Burries or Jamarcus Lawrence, who you taking?
Another one, but it's very close for Arizona.
Okay, I'm going to get you this one. You're going to have to think about this one, and you know it. Yvonne or Price Sandifort?
Sandifort.
There you go. Braden Frazier or Koa Pete?
Can I go Awaka? Because he's starting right now.
I got another one. This one you're going to think
the front court, the center's hard.
Mast or Krivas?
That's a push.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a push.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't think I would love, and I will say this though, if they want to put Purdue, Braden Weech says it very, very well. If they want to put Purdue as the number 2 seed, I will absolutely take Purdue as the number 2 seed.
My bracket. You want my bracket?
Yeah, bracket time, baby. Bracketology, sheerotology. Oh, by the way, we're going to do a show Sunday. We're going to do our bracketology.
Are we still doing that?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
What was I doing?
I don't know.
So they have Purdue back in the West with Arizona.
Right.
Arizona versus the Golden Retrievers or the Golden Bison.
All right.
I watched.
All right.
All
right.
Utah,
So you got the Arizona Golden Retrievers, or not the Arizona.
The Arizona Golden Wildcats.
Yes.
Versus the winner of the UMBC Golden Retrievers, Howard Golden Bison.
Are those both HBCUs?
No, Howard is.
I'm sure Howard is.
Right?
Well, I don't like. I mean, yeah. I'll take Arizona in that, but yeah.
The winner, and I watched both these teams last night. Arizona would face the winner of Utah State, SMU.
I like Arizona's chances against either team, even with the great Andy Enfield.
I will say that last night, as I watched SMU to Cal.
Shmoo, as we
Shmoo lost one of their better players with an ankle injury, and they had to take him off the court, and he plays like 35 minutes a game. So if he's hurt, that changes everything. Utah State's been playing like crap lately. I watched San Diego State doo-doo on them.
How wide are they?
I mean, they're Utah State, but they're not that wide, actually.
Can you look it up real quick?
No, I'm serious.
No, I know. I'm curious. Like I don't like watching Utah State. I leave that to Greg Hansen.
They're not bad. They're not good, but they're not bad.
How many whites in the starting lineup?
Are we including Europeans?
Let's go with domestic whites.
The best player is MJ Collins. Not white.
Yeah, not white.
They got a 2 out of 5.
Oh, that's not that bad. That's not that bad. Okay. Either way, I like that. Now, who's the 4 seed in that region?
Tech.
Oh, yes.
2 is Purdue.
A neuter Tech, yes, sir.
2 is Purdue. 3 is Gonzaga. 4 is Tech. 5 is Tennessee. 6 is BYU. 7 is NC State. That's the dream. That's the dream.
I'm totally fine with that. That's
the dream. That bracket is the dream.
Yes. Hey, we also need, since Arizona's likely to be a 1, we need to figure out a way that Texas Tech stays as a 4 so that we can get them as the 4 seed. I would love to have Texas Tech without Toppin as a 4 seed.
Yeah, they got to. I don't know how they do it. And it'd be, honestly, I'd give them a ton of credit if they somehow stay a 4. They have Iowa State, TCU, and BYU. We need them to win 2 or 3 to stay a 4.
Iowa State, TCU, and BYU.
At Iowa State, I assume they get killed.
They lose that game for sure.
TCU and BYU. TCU's at home at BYU, and if they can somehow trick
go
off
2 and 3 or 2 and 1, go 2 and 1.
Yeah,
I think if you go 2-1, I think we're in pretty good shape there. I would love to have them. Honestly, though, you know what we need to do? We need to come up with something where our dream teams that like the 2s, the 3s, and the 4 seeds. Because honestly, as a 4 seed, I would like nothing more than to face Texas Tech without Toppin.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think they'd make it, to be honest. I think the 5 would probably beat them.
Who's the 5 in this?
Tennessee.
Yeah, I don't care about Tennessee either. Yeah, they don't. Rick Burns teams, no thanks. They'll probably get knocked out early as well. Watch, Arizona plays like a 12 in the Sweet 16 or something like that. Okay, so, all right, you got that. Now, Nebraska. Nebraska's a team that I would love to see as a 2 seed because I think Arizona would beat the snot out of Nebraska.
Oh, come on.
They would. I also would worry that Nebraska would get lose before then as well, Sheer. I think you do as well.
Well, let me. You want me to go back to that with Nebraska?
Right. Yeah.
Let me go back to the bracket for Nebraska.
We could talk the Nebraska. Do you get it?
All right.
Do you get it? No, do you get it? You didn't get it.
Of course I get it.
Nebraska.
All right. Well, here's the. You're right. I would. Okay. So this bracket that I use, 131 Sports, I want to shout them out. It has Nebraska in the South with.
What do you got?
UConn as the 1.
Okay.
Iowa State as the 2, Nebraska as the 3. So I'm going to give you Nebraska's first 2 games, and you tell me if they make it out of it.
Oh, no.
Nebraska's first game would be against Cal Baptist.
Don't they still have that Aiden Mahaney or the
No.
who's?
Cal Baptist is actually not bad. They're 126th on KenPom. They're not awful. They're not good, but they're not awful.
I think Nebraska can win that game.
I think Nebraska could finally end the drought.
Right.
They don't shoot threes at all.
Right.
And they're bad at it when they
Yeah.
do. Okay?
I can't. But Dennis Walsh is right. I can't wait to pick against every Big Ten team. I can't wait.
Here's where it gets fishy, Mike.
Okay, fishy. Yeah, fishy.
Nebraska, should they win, would face the winner of Louisville, Missouri. Could Nebraska beat Louisville?
I would pick Louisville in that game.
Oh.
And I think Louisville sucks.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that backcourt's too much for them. But I also think that Louisville could lose in the first round, though.
You would pick. Is there a rivalry between Nebraska and Missouri? There's no way they like each other.
Yeah, Nebraska and Iowa is the real. That's the real.
Nebraska could absolutely beat Missouri, and then all of a sudden we're in the Sweet 16.
Missouri's fake good though. It's another SEC team. It sucks.
That's what I'm saying. So now we're in the Sweet 16. Could Nebraska beat Iowa State?
That's a tough matchup for.
I don't see why not, though. Mass versus Blake Buchanan, us.
Duh. Yeah.
Stanford versus Milan, push.
Yeah.
Jefferson versus who's Nebraska's 4?
Yeah, it's not a good one though. So
That's
that's
bad.
Yeah, that's bad.
Hoiberg Lipsy, push.
Push.
Lawrence Torrey, push.
And on top of that, you got to keep in mind too that Iowa State does not travel well.
All right,
Nebraska ball travels, baby.
So now we got Nebraska in the Elite 8. Now, Nebraska, UConn. Let's break it down.
Nebraska, UConn. Yeah, that's not a good matchup for Nebraska.
Yeah, good season. Hey,
I think if you're Nebraska, it's just this. Just win one game, get the monkey off your back. You've never won an NCAA. Hey, do they storm the court if they win their first ever NCAA?
Here's what we need. Here's the dream. And I don't think we could do this. We need Nebraska to drop to a 4. Okay. Then we need Nebraska to fall into the West and then put them in San Diego. So we could storm the court. Oh, you're locked in. What happened? Wait, what?
Yes, Cody, of course it is.
That's what?
No, what else would you think it is? Okay. I would okay. If somebody saw this right now, you would be like, what in the world was that? Holy moly. These are the times I wish I could just put out on I can't.
That's literally what it's been for 40 years.
Yeah, I literally if anybody knew what Cody just said, you would have major questions about his
Shelby and Aurora and see what these.
You would have major questions about his ability to get through the day. I don't know how else to put that. Okay, so as the 2 seed though, get me Purdue. I'm fine. I'm totally fine with Purdue. Yeah, I can't believe that. Now, listen, you're going to have to guard Purdue, but I still think that Arizona's better than Purdue. I can't say. Even I can't say.
No, we can't.
Yeah, but trust me when I say it's maybe the dumbest question that I've heard all year. Is that the dumbest question you've heard all year?
I asked Aurora if she considers it as well. Maybe it's not. In ESPN's bracket, we have Nebraska.
Oh, I thought you were going to say on ESPN they said it's not.
We have Nebraska versus Navy, with the winner facing St. Louis, Miami of Ohio winner.
Man, you have so many fake good teams right there.
I'm picking Nebraska all the way in that one.
I would too. I like these Miami of Ohio fans that keep getting upset that nobody's giving them any credit. Dude, there's not a team in the world that would be scared of playing Miami of Ohio. They're
lining up. They're absolutely lining up.
Yeah, no, I would love to play Miami of Ohio. All right. Okay, now we're going to get to a little bit of recruiting here. I still can't get over that question that Cody just asked. All right. I wish I could hint at. I just can't. But yeah, it's terrible. Okay, now let's get some reads. Let's get some reads in here. Holy crap! He's doubling down.
No, I got it.
Cody, we say this word 80 times a day. All right, Longview, baby. Longview Insurance. I will never endorse what Cody James Martin just sent via text message, ever. The dumbest question I've ever heard in my life.
There's more chance we'll endorse that than Andre Veras.
But I will still endorse that before I will endorse Andre Veras. Did you recently change your job? Let's talk you through with your old 401k and learn about your new employer retirement plan. Give Andre a call at 520-325-3456 and reference the AZ12 podcast for a complimentary initial meeting. Give the gladiators some love. Call the gladiator. Even gladiators need love. Yeah, check it out. Longview, baby. Give it to you. He gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you. He gon' give it to you. Comfort X HVAC, my friends. 520-222-7012. Sheer, you haven't been able to boot Tony Gimino out of the homeowners, and I'm guessing why is because he's so happy with this air conditioning.
Yeah, I mean, he's glowing. It's the only time I've ever seen him even half a smile.
Right.
So, I mean, and that's if you know him.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Yeah.
It's really, really impossible to. It's really, really impossible to do it. Can't do it. Yeah, but I'm going to say this. Oh gosh. Okay, service and maintenance, emergency repairs, installations, you name it, they got it. Free estimates. It is very, very good. Trusted by business homeowners, businessmen, or businesses, and builders. Again, Comfort X HVAC. Check it out, man. Check it out. This is the type of year too. It's about to get hot. You better get that AC fixed. Sheer, front pipe. Talk to me.
Look, my front pipe was clogged. It was barely functioning. I tried to throw it over the wall and loosen it up.
as many will do, and you got to loosen it up a little bit.
It didn't work. So Shelby called Danny Foster. You need to get over here immediately. And they came the next morning. 2 guys came. They entered my home. They worked on my front pipe. 10 minutes, it was working like new. Magic.
Yeah, and that's what they do, though. 10%, and they also probably gave you 10% off when you mentioned the AZ12 podcast. There are people that are literally breaking their front pipe just so that they can get that 10% off. Call Danny Foster, 520-603-3817. Residential and commercial, licensed, bonded, and insured. Sewer line coating, point repairs, water heaters, drain cleaning. 24/7 service, because, again, these pipes don't just break in the middle of the day. There's nothing like that. So, again, check it out. Foster Plumbing. Quality work at a fair price. Okay, yeah. I guess, yeah, Shelby was of no help as well. This was sometimes you just got to bring them in.
She tried, but it's hard to handle those front pipes.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to let a man do the job. And
they're strong.
They're stronger and girthier with it, yes. Okay, so, all right. We're recruiting. You said we have recruiting news. Let's talk about it.
Visitors on Saturday, Cameron Holmes.
Oh, real quick, Vegas Falcon. We have to stop this. I'm late. What did I miss? Is Mike engaged Michelle? I literally asked Michelle out if she would come hang out with me at the watch party.
It was basically a date.
And sit right next to me. And she just said that she would not sit next to me.
That's true.
She's gonna be at the Big 12 tournament. But I tried. I shot my shot with Michelle. But I'm gonna put this. My hashtag movement of my Michelle is going to really take off. So, all right. Either way. Vegas Falcon, so I tried, but no, playing hard to get.
Cameron Holmes, Darius Washington, and Aiden Diggs will all be at the game on Saturday.
All right, well, let's talk about all of them then. You hate Darius Washington. You have never liked Darius Washington. Talk to me about your hatred for Darius Washington.
I don't hate anyone. Let me text someone real quick though.
All right, I like Washington. I've always liked Washington. He's 6'11", and he's 6'11", and when he's
big, I just don't think he moves well, and sometimes he kind of strays to the 3-point line. But I've seen him play really well. That could just be coaching and kind of finding the right way.
He looks
to get
like a javelina not a javelina. It looks like a coyote compared to Krevis. What are you talking about? Not moving well.
He doesn't move well, Mike.
He moves better than Krevis.
Okay, but he doesn't move well.
Okay, I stand by what I said. Thank you.
They play.
Thank you very much.
They play.
No, there was only one Final Four. Andy Bryant. It was 88. The other ones
play. They play tomorrow versus Brophy.
Brophy. Okay, yeah. Is he?
They're gonna play. They're gonna wind up. Washington's gonna wind up playing Holmes and Diggs in the final. If I'm here, I'm gonna go.
Is he a spacer?
A little bit. He's a little bit.
All right, spacers should love him, man. Yes, exactly. But Skier's never liked Washington. Kobe L puts it very, very well. Enough with the javelina hate, bro. Sorry, that's why I switched it over to a coyote. Okay, now. Okay, don't need him. We have CD, but you always. I mean, you need to have more than one.
Completely different players.
Yeah. All right, now. Cam Holmes, I think Cam Holmes, I don't believe, 94 was a 2 seed, correct. I don't believe that Cam Holmes is going to, I don't think he's going to start next year, but I do think that Cam Holmes is going to be in the rotation.
Will absolutely have a role next year.
Yeah, for sure. And I think with Cam, Cam is a 2-year player, and I think the hope is that, by that second year, he's a starter and he's really, really good.
Yeah, I like him a lot. I think his approach is right. He's a good player. Big Cam Holmes fan.
Too busy winning. Miami of Ohio knocked U of A out in the 1995 tournament. Why don't you go hang out with Devin Davis and talk about it? Okay, now.
I also think it's very relevant to something going on 23 years later or whatever.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, 23 years later, more like 33 years later, almost
70 years later.
Yeah, 900 years later. I was in third grade. True story. I was in third grade and in Miss Engelbert's class, and because the Arizona Miami of Ohio. She was hot. The Arizona and Miami of Ohio game was on. It was like 11:30 tip or whatever. And it was always great because she wheeled in that huge TV that's like on the stand with wheels on it. And I was very, very happy. Okay,
that's a really good story.
No, it was. I'll tell the story to everybody. Okay, now
and then Aiden Diggs, who's very good at basketball.
Yeah, Aiden Diggs. There's one guy I have no inside information on this, but I have bad news for our friend Kenny Abbey.
You might want to hold off on that.
All right.
He's visiting on Monday. He's going to be at Big Monday.
Is his handler going to be there too?
I don't know, but you could say it now. Kiki Miles is going to be at Big Monday.
And here's the thing with him though. He's very good. The talent isn't a problem. I'm also going to say this, that Jahi just does not fit, in my opinion, the Tommy Lloyd template. I talked with a couple people yesterday about this, and they both agreed. We'll see what happens, but Jahi does not generally fit that template. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't have an offer yet, but yeah, he'll be at the game on Monday.
Okay, just wanted to say that. He's clearly good enough. That's not the issue. Okay, I like Aiden Diggs. What do you guys have Aiden Diggs rated now in top 10?
He's reclassifying, I think, to 27.
Okay.
But I think we have him at in 28 still because I don't think he's made that official.
Right.
So we have him as the 7th best player in the country.
Is he a hybrid?
Yeah.
You can do a little bit of everything, right?
Yeah. The guy ahead of him is awesome too.
Who?
Evan Willis. That guy's really good.
Oh, that's the guy Deshaun's told me about him before.
Yeah,
and that's the guy that Brogan really likes, too. Isn't that the guy that jumps really high and he's from Modern Day?
I think he's at Crossroads, but he's really good.
Okay. You know the best basketball player to ever come out of Crossroads?
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
See you at the Crossroads. Baron Davis. You know the best U of A basketball player to ever come out of Crossroads?
Sharif O'Neal.
Nope. Close, but no.
Who?
Isaiah Fox.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Our backup plan if we lose out on Caleb Holt, there is no backup plan. They have to get Caleb Holt. No backup plan.
Backup plan is the portal.
The backup plan is the portal. All right, now he's asked about the point guard. At the point guard spot, you're going to go portal. And here's what I think you're going to do. You're going to get one guy that's going to be really good, and I think you can get a guy that could be a portal potty, but you're also going to try to groom him to possibly, to be able to fill in the gaps, the crevices.
Yeah, you got to get a young guy to groom, and then when he's ready.
Yeah, no, I would agree. I would agree with that. I think that's kind of where it is. Yes. That's a great point. T Burns 826. The Crossroads, that restaurant's reopened.
Did it?
Yeah.
See you at the Crossroads.
It's funny when I was growing up. Like, remember those AOL chat rooms?
Yeah.
I would just go in there and you'll like this, Kobe. I would go in there and just spam the comments with, "And I miss my Uncle Charles." Because they say that during the Crossroads.
I got another question for you about Crossroads. Who's the best white player to come from Crossroads? I know this, actually.
Isaiah Fox. He's half white.
No, it's not him.
Who?
He played in the NBA.
A white guy? Curious.
Went to Providence.
Austin Crozier?
Yeah. Yep.
Look at that. Austin Crozier, baby. Austin. I can name that entire I don't know if I can name the whole starting lineup, but I can name out of all the teams that they played, in Providence they played in the Elite Eight. It was God Shamgod, Jamel Thomas, Austin Crozier. Crap. I can't remember who the other two started.
In 97?
97. God Shamgod.
You knew who the coach was, too.
Yeah, it was Pete Gillen. Like I said, I got 3. Who are the other starters?
Jamel
Thomas was Stephon Marbury's cousin. Fun fact. Crozier. I want to say that, and God Shamgod was obviously really good. Who was there? Get me. You remember, like you were even watching. Get me their starting 5, please, right now.
Was that 96, 97?
Yeah, 96, 97.
I'm trying to remember, Mike.
Yeah, trying to remember. Like you have any idea?
Of course I do. That was Jamel Thomas.
Shut up! I literally said
Austin
Jamel
Crozier.
Thomas 25 times.
They had the Mexican kid.
Who?
They did. They had the Mexican kid, the big Mexican kid.
Eduardo.
That was your starting center, wasn't it?
Eduardo Nahara?
No, the other dude. I know he's Mexican.
No.
Yeah, he's like from Panama.
All right. Well, either way, God Shamgod was their point guard, and we definitely tried to give that game away. Yeah.
Let me see. Arizona, Providence, box score, 1997.
Yeah, I need that.
Right, I got it. Please stop yelling at me.
Right.
Please stop. No, I'm right. Ruben Garces Jr.
Okay. Who else?
Austin Crozier.
Yeah, got that.
Mel Thomas.
Got that.
God Shamgod.
Got that.
And Derek Brown.
I would have never gotten Derek Brown.
He killed Arizona that game too. Seriously.
Yeah.
He had 18 and 9.
And then we got. Then we had to go into this. We were up that whole game. Then we had to go into overtime. It sucked.
I'm looking at this box score right now. 23 for God, 23 for Jamel. Ruben Garces had 16 points and 19 rebounds.
Yeah, that's good.
Panama.
Yeah, Panama. Okay, yeah, no, that's a good.
Do you know who led all scorers in that game?
Miles.
Do you know who was second on Arizona?
The Elite, or it was the Elite 8 games. So.
All right, I'll just give you this. Miles and Baby were second. Do you know who was third in scoring for Arizona that game?
AJ.
Nope.
JT.
No.
Bennett.
Yes.
Okay, there you go. Because by the Elite 8, that's generally when Michael Dickerson shut it down for the rest of the year. No, he did. I've never seen anything like it. And that's my only argument against the great Dennis Walsh. I agree with Dennis Walsh, but Michael Dickerson, if there was a big game, he was not there.
Mike, Kobe just said it's not a slur.
Of course it is. But, okay. Okay, I don't know what else to say.
Want me to poll question this on Twitter?
No. I don't want to go anywhere near this question. But yes, no, he's an idiot then. But yeah, that's my only argument with you, Dennis Walsh. But again, I would still absolutely have him in there over guys like Josh Green and stuff like that. Okay, do we have any more reads, Cody?
Cody's mad at us.
Why is Cody mad at us? Oh, for that ridiculous question. I almost said something else. Okay, Copal. Elote ribs, Mike Luke. Look at that thing. That could be you. that could be you, my friend. You could be chomping down on the Mike Lucalote rib, and it's free if you mention the AZ12 podcast. Okay. Gosh, Kobe, you're an idiot. All right, now, Mexican food delivered nationwide at mymexicanmenu.com. Use code AZ12 for 10% off. By the way, we are going to be having a watch party there for the last game of the season against Colorado. So there you go.
That's a late game, too. You know that,
asked
right?
about it. You asked it. You got it. Yep, exactly. Copal, Tucson's contemporary Mexican food. Check it out. And again, very good food. Very, very tasty. Maybe you could bring Kai.
That's a late night. Maybe I'll go.
Yeah, you should. Wasn't it like, I was going to say, isn't it like at 9 or something?
Yeah, it's a 9 p.m. tip. Are they open that late?
Well, I think they're probably going to. Yeah, Arizona, Colorado is a banger of a game. Yes, Joseph, this is true. Thank you, sir.
Banger.
Yeah, banger.
Banger.
You know, I briefly... I'll be honest. Hey. But, we should bring Michelle.
To where? Copal?
I can get her a couple margaritas, maybe. Javier, maybe Michelle can pick you up. You're in Guadalupe.
Yeah, dude, on the way here. Why not?
Yeah, right. Exactly. Glenn will be around, probably looking for some copper on the highway. But either way, Green Valley Decorative Rock. Welcome to the Rock. All right, serving. Wop. 50 plus locally sourced landscaping. I love how Shear's tweet. I love it. Yes, exactly. Yeah, Sheriff Shear and Commander Luke. Oh,
USA.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, yeah, I'm deputized. Look at this thing.
Oh, I got one of those too.
Hey, if I get pulled over, can I just show this and say I'm working and buzz off?
You should roll right up to like the Guthrie house where all the streamers are, and like put that on you.
Yeah.
And then see if they think you're actually someone.
No, I should. I like that. Hey, isn't that like stolen valor though, or something?
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Yeah, exactly. I'll tell them that. Yeah, don't worry about it. Either way, check it out. East to Benson, Sierra Vista. West to Marana. South to Nogales. North to Oracle. GreenValleyRockAZ.com. Check it out. Again, get there. Be like the great Brad Hawk. Coach Brad Hawk and get the rock. Back the rock. Back the hawk. Check it out. Green Valley Decorative Rock. Check it out. All right, now. All right, these Ted Wardo shirts. I'll wear mine tomorrow. I apologize, Cody. Look at this thing. Dennis Walsh, you have not ordered one yet. These things are very affordable. They are good. We expect everybody to have one. By the way, Cody, can you order me one more, a large, please? Thank you. And I'll just put it on your pay next month. Okay, Ted Wardo. UA, look at Ted Wardo. Get this shirt right now. Okay, AZ12. Michelle covering Arizona basketball is stolen valor. That is very funny, Harry Lex, the great Harry Lex. Check it out, AZ12 podcast, shop4thwall.com. All right, everybody, we need you to be for the Big 12 tournament. Sheer and I are going to be staying up there. So we need all of you to plan on watching Arizona's Big 12 games at the Casino del Sol. Yes. We expect all of you to be there, Casino del Sol. And while you're at it, maybe get a little bit of Little Caesars pizza. 15% off any online order. Save 15. Code LCFREECC. Free crazy combo with a pizza purchase. I cannot believe that Kobe doesn't get this. This is the most. All right, whatever.
We can't. We got to move on.
All right, we got to move on. Sorry. Yeah, it's for the kid. Okay. All right, you have my word. I'll be there at least once. Good. I am staying at the casino.
I don't know if your word is meaningful to us anymore.
Yeah, no. Your promise is my bond. That is my motto in life. Yeah, I deserve that. Okay, now. Everybody go to Little Caesars, though. Bring it. Code 15% off. Save 15. Code LCFREECC for crazy combo with a pizza purchase. Sheer, where can they find you doing your stuff?
The Cat Authority and the Wildcats Scoop podcast with Shelby.
Okay, now I'm going to say this, though. We might have a different start time tomorrow because Sheer might have something going on, but he's not getting out of it. We'll just rearrange the day around Sheer because that's what we do, Sheer. Is this understood?
Yeah, that's fine. I got a car part. If it comes in, I might have to reschedule. If not, I'll be normal time. I'll call them in 2 hours.
You let me know that. You let me know that. It is a 90-minute show. We started 3 minutes early, Joseph. Blame yourself.
Yeah, maybe you should have been here on time.
Maybe you should have been here on time instead of hanging out with those low-end clients. But on that, do you think they ever call them low-end clients?
I don't think that would work very much.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. All right. I got to go to the bathroom, though. On that note, though, we will see you tomorrow, though. You guys are the best. Oh, let's read the super snaps real quick. Dennis Walsh, I don't know how much you put in there, but back the A, back the Mike, back the Michelle, back the Sheer, back the orchestrator of madness, Cody James Martin, Lil Guillermo, my guy. Let's see here. Lil Guillermo, Little G. I like Little G. Little G checking in from Buffalo spot. And Foster Plumbing to sponsor some bathroom upgrades to Del Sol Stadium. Very much appreciate you, Little G. And Vegas Falcon. Oh, sorry, Cody. That's my fault. All right, Vegas Falcon, I'm late. What did I miss? Is Mike engaged to Michelle? No, I gave it my best. But on that note, though, we will see you tomorrow. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.